Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Santa's Workshop here. It is Tuesday morning, and I can't remember what date it is. Yeah, it's been that crazy around here. But today, we are going to get on the El Caballero, because it now has an El Camino top on it. Don't forget that. But before we get started, there is something I want to show you. We have a new baby goat on the farm this morning. I want y'all to meet Cookie. New on Santa's Ranch. We have our new little baby. Say good morning. She's probably about an hour old in this video. But yeah, it's wonderful to wake up to see that. But there ain't nothing cuter than a baby goat. Just saying. But anyways, this morning, we're going to get all of our welding cleaned up, all of our joints sanded down. We're going to try and get it in primer. Then, probably tomorrow morning, we are going to get the doors hung on and adjusted. I need to talk with Randy, have him call Mako, and find out if they want me to go ahead and hang the fenders and the hood and the front nose cap, or if they want those off so they can paint the inside of them, which, you know, to me, that would be a better paint job. But I want to leave it to them. But as you can see, this thing, where it's at now, it is stripped down. It should have a complete color change on it when we are done. No, it is not going back the original tan and brown. That's too boring. And Randy's not doing red this time, believe that or not. But I am not going to tell you the color because that is a surprise. But in reference to the last video, I want to thank everybody for all the kind comments. This is going to be the last that is said about it. That video is going to be taken down. No more. Period. So, like the new baby goat, it's a new day, new beginning. Let's get to this. Even though I folded this putty, you can still see the pinholes. I got that just really close. I'm going to do some regular Bondo. Smooth it on up. That's looking really good. That come out really nice. We got our transition zone for the windshield right here. For the for the butyl. Got this side under there cleaned up. Need that a little more. And got this side here knocked down. I want to put some more regular putty on it. We're going to let that dry. While that's drying, I'm going to do a little special something for the 55. I had a few comments that crazy for using cardboard for putty boards, that it soaks up the moisture that is in the Bondo. And yes, it does soak up moisture. Yes, it's not the best media in the world, but po' boys have po' ways. Wow. That dried out quick. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a section of the shop I have not shown off before. This is my Delta 13-inch planer. This right here is a piece of pallet wood. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this down to really thin, and I want to use this to mount the gauges, the ignition, and the start switch in the Randy's Hell Air. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run it through the planer and get the thickness down. Then I'm going to cut the holes for the gauges. Then I'm going to torch it. We're going to make it look burnt. Then we're going to put a little bit of stain on it. Then I'm going to clear coat it and then mount the gauges in, and I'm going to put those in the dash of the 55. So we have oil pressure, temperature gauge, fuel gauge, etc., etc. And eventually we're going to end up putting a speedometer in it as well. So first thing you want to do is crank this thing up to where your board meets resistance. That feels pretty good right there. And I know you woodworkers out there are going to say, that's not the way you do it. I found out that is what works best for this unit. Okay. Fire in the hole, it's going to get noisy. Well, it'll get noisy when I plug it in, maybe. Alrighty, you remember how thick that thing was when we started? Look at it now. And those who watched the live history of Santa's workshop, that little office I was in, and I didn't go as thin as this, but I ran every one of those boards through the planer twice. So you can imagine how much labor was in that. So we got it like this. Let's see if we can mark some gauges. Still be fairly new to this YouTube stuff. I've been told and told and told. Film everything. Well, I'm still learning. But these are chrome bezel. I painted them up to where they have the look of rust. So these are going to be mounted 3 in this. Then we're going to have the start button and the ignition button. And I'm going to mount them. Then I'm going to figure out where we're going to put it on the dash, and then we'll trim it down from there. And then get it fired up. So let's take this off. See what size hole saw we're going to need. All right, it's another beautiful day here in the workshop. We are back on the Caballero. Now then, I want to show you a little something. I got some putty spread on this, but it kind of messed up. My can of putty is a little bit old. It was so thick, it was dragging, it was not getting down to where it needed to be, so I had to go get a new can. That being said, it has thrown me back about a day on where I was wanting to be at on this project. And we have got the car show coming up this weekend here at Stratford. And I have got to get the Midnight Express ready. I need to do a little bit of cleaning on it. Don't have to do nothing mechanical to it, just kind of get it cleaned up a little better. Windows are dirty, nasty. And I have convinced Randy to bring the 55 Hell Air. That being said, there's some things that I'm going to do to it for him, and I volunteered, and yes, I'm getting compensated, just so everybody knows. Okay. I've seen some comments around and about. How can he cut the top off of that car and not save it? This body is done. I'm sorry to say, the fire was so extensive, the roof itself was crushed. This hood, I want to show you, see the warpage in it? This body got so hot, even if you acid dipped it, I mean, that quarter panel is crushed in. It is warped. Even if you did take it down to bare metal, prime it, do it correctly, it could not be saved. This is just too far gone. You would have more labor in saving this than you could go to Year One or any other body shop or sheet metal deal and just buy replica metal for the whole thing. So he is actively looking for another body to go on this frame. That being said, we're going to have some fun with it. We're going to put marine speakers in it. We're going to put a stereo in it. So while he's driving this thing around, you can be hearing 50s music coming out of it. We're going the full Christine vibe with it. And that being said, there's the gauges that I have made to go on the dash. I'm going to replace this strip right here with those gauges. This thing is going to look wild. let's see if this ignition switch is going to even work. Oh, that's music to my ears. All right, ladies and gentlemen. You saw me put the gauges in this thing, and you saw me fire it up. They look like they were in there when this thing caught on fire, doesn't it? I'm really wanting to build a rat rod now. Got a little bit of metal work done on this. You'll see me doing that in this video. Not the prettiest thing in the world, but you know, we don't want it straight and beautiful. We want it to look like it has been just hammered on. And as I said, to all the people out there who are screaming we're destroying this car, we are not. This body is done. You ask any restorer, they would not use any of this sheet metal for a car. There's no way. It's too warped, it's too brittle. The fire changed the molecular structure of it. It is, the body is done for. But that being said, Randy is looking for another body to go on this. But in the meantime, until he finds said body, we are going to have fun with it. We're going to do this. It's a interest car. Take it to car shows, cars and coffee, things like that. I mean, you would not expect this thing to fire up and drive. There's no way. But it does. And that's what we're going to play on. Now, as of for the Caballero, I got the front posts done. They're primed. I need to prime the inside of this here still. Mako is going to go over this whole thing. They're going to clean up around the windows. They're going to delete some chrome. They're going to do a complete color change on it, so we're not going to put the front clip on. But I am going to hang the doors, and I'm hoping to get that done tonight. If I do not, I know I said it was going to be in this video, but things have just hither and yon, and you know life. It has caught up with me. My putty was too dried up. It was not spreading right. I had to go get more yesterday. And the humidity, this stuff is just not drying. That's tacky. So, as I wait for the putty to dry, I want to put some rust preventative on this. You saw me do that on the floor, so there's no need for me showing you how to do it there. Going to get some primer on all my bare weld spots. All that stuff is going to be hidden, so I don't need to putty it. I don't need to hide it. This car is just almost there. It is just almost there. So, I want to say this. This is going to be a hectic week. We've got the car show Saturday morning, Stratford Peach Festival. We're going to be out there at 7 a.m. getting set up. It is, I believe it is 10 to 3 is the official time for the car show. So, the Hell Air will be there. The Midnight Express will be there. And the 52, that one video I showed you, it will be out there as well. All original, 63,000 original miles. Guys, if you are local, come see us. Randy's going to be out there with me. We're trying to get Austin Carr out there. I think he's got to work, so I don't think he's going to make it. But you never know who's going to show up. I've got a friend who might be out there. This guy's an amazing public performer. You've got to come meet him. He is the one who is actually, I got the donor truck for the 53 Jolly Hauler from. So I'm going to try to have him in that video when I go to do it. So this is going to be the end of this video. Hopefully we'll have the doors on it. If not, I promise you, I ain't going to put out another video until the doors are on it. We'll do it that way, or another video on the Caballero till the doors are on it. But Sunday, you're going to see Stratford Peach Festival Car Show, our interactions with the crowd, what kind of car show up there. I know that's not everybody's cup of tea, but here's the thing. You get so many ideas seeing what other people have done. Nobody is all-inclusive. I mean, one person can have some wonderful ideas, but I guarantee you, he got most of those ideas by watching other people. Remember that. So, we're going to end this video. Please like, subscribe. We'll see you next time, Santa's Workshop.